How did you keep it from people?
Speaking of that, well, you know, ever since I was a little bit, I was a tomboy, and so I was always eating so much, you know, but you had a high metabolism, you're running around playing tag, beating other boys. That was me. Yeah, don't mess with me. And so I could eat like a whole pizza. Well, you know, after time and time, you know, you start getting a tummy ache. But everyone's like, oh, wow, you can eat so much, you know, and you're like, yeah, that's right, guys, and people, I can eat so much. And everyone's always bragging, Rachel can eat more than you. I'm like, dang it, yeah, okay, let's see, really? And so I'd eat so much, I'd be like, ooh, yeah. And be like, man, I can eat so much more. They're like, whatever. I'm like, oh, I really can. Oh, man, but I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be back in a second. And I throw it all up, and it's so gross. I mean, but then I come back up. All right, see, I told you I could eat more. I just eat more. And it's just like, that's why I kind of hit it, you know. And they're just like, oh my gosh, how can you eat all that? And I guess my sports, activities, things like that, just kind of hit it. But yeah. Oh, but I didn't hide it from everybody. I told my 2 friends, and yeah, it's like oh, I did that too before, and I'm like, oh. But they didn't really have a problem, and I don't think they understood that I had a problem with it. So, I mean, I guess it didn't matter. I didn't have to hide it from them. I mean, I wish they would have said something, but I don't know.
Who finally found out and told on you and got you help?
Well, that's a lovely story, because I was really embarrassed about it, but it all started whenever I was upset one day, and I mean, my bulimia wasn't only about my weight. It was just, I could control myself because I was so tired. It was just like something to release myself. And so I also cut myself. And like, I don't know if you can see, but I kind of have some scars still like around here, and I have more through here, and I mean, I have pretty much everywhere, but unless it's for my stupid ex-boyfriend. But she kind of saw, my sister did, and she kind of was freaking out about it, and I didn't want her to say anything, but I knew she loved me, and she went and told my mom. And I went in there, and at first, I really thought she told about me throwing up or something. I didn't really think she told about my cutting at first, and so I kind of just said it on accident in a way, and she's like, and then I found that she knew that I cut, and I was like, oh, yeah, about that, and I was kind of embarrassed, like, you know, before I even said it. It was just like one of those things you just don't want to talk about, you know. Why do you do it? And I don't want her to, oh, it's all my fault. I put too much effort and strain about looks, and I really do love myself. I mean, I just didn't want to hear all that, but I got to. So, yeah. I love my sister. I love you.
So you weren't mad at her?
Oh, I was mad. I was pretty mad at first because I did not want to see a counselor. Did not. I didn't feel like going talking to some stranger, you know, but in the end, I mean, now that I know how bad it screwed my body up, I'm really happy that she did say something to me, because if I continued to do it like I was doing it, I mean, I could have bleeding in my stomach, like, and I could probably have died. And because I didn't know, but I have hypoglycemia, and they didn't ever know that. And I mean, my blood sugar, I could have gone and had a seizure or a stroke with what I was doing on top of that. So, I mean.
What kind of treatment did you receive?
Well, first, I went and saw one counselor, but it's kind of weird because it was a guy, and let me tell you, all he talked about was history. I was like, why do I want to talk about just history? Like, I love history, but I was supposed to talk about problems. And then I went to another person, and then I went to one more, and that's the main treatment I get, is just talking about it and coming up with other techniques to do. But because of the problems it's caused me, I like have acid problems now. I mean, like, I have to take Prilosec. It doesn't work the best, but it still helps. I take other things on top of that for that. I take yeah, about that. Sucralfate, I think that's how you say it, I don't know. Panto something, Prozol, and some other thing, I don't know. Basically, I have to stay away from anti-inflammatory medication now. So, because that makes my stomach even worse.
Alright, besides medications, is there any type of long-term damage that you have to deal with?
I mean, I don't know, my thoughts, I guess. I'm never going to be able to stop thinking about it.
Okay. And how long did it take you to like overcome it, and like even, I mean, if you have, I mean.
Well, my friends honestly did help me a lot. One of my friends would literally go into the bathroom with me and put her ear against the door and be like, "Are you really going to the bathroom?" And I'm just like, oh gosh. I had good friends, even though they didn't say anything. They were still trying to help me out without trying to get me embarrassed. And I still suffer on and off of it, but I've been doing really good ever since I've been going to counseling for it.
So you think the counseling actually did help?
I can honestly tell you, I was in denial forever. I did not want to see anybody. I thought, oh, I can just get over it, but if you could just get over it, then why didn't we get over it before, you know? I mean, you have to admit that you need a problem, and therefore, if you have a problem, you need to get help. And if you aren't helping yourself in the beginning, then how do you expect yourself to help yourself? Honestly. I mean, I don't know. I couldn't control myself. You know, it's funny that I think that was my way of controlling myself, but I was out of control. I mean.
So you think it kind of like ruined your life in a way?
No, I don't think it's ruined my life. I mean, it's made me a lot stronger. I mean, because I feel really confident now that I've, realized how dumb I was. And I mean, a lot of little kids, they look up to me, and I see them walking around. I'm always going up to them like, don't worry about what you look like right now. Just enjoy your life. Because I really wish I would have just had fun. I really wish I would just kept with beating those guys up instead of liking them, but they had to be cute. But yeah, I don't know.
Okay, and do you have any advice for people who are struggling with like bulimia and anorexia, that they can, like, you can help them in any way?
Ask for help, get help. Let your friends help you. Keep the things out of reach. You have to plan. I mean, just do something healthy. Start exercising more if it's about the weight. If it's about control, talk to somebody if you're having problems. Professional help really helped me. I don't know. And just go read up about what it does to your body. I mean, just think, if you're a girl, do you ever want to have kids? Because that decreases your chance of having kids right there. Do you want ugly scars and ulcers and having to take medications for the rest of your life? It's just not something you just want to make a habit, because habits are really hard to break.
Alright, thank you.